This story is from Marble Mangustine's Good Deed collection. It's called Surprising Mrs Rhubarbson, written by Rina Bojwani. Welcome to Treebark Village. Hi, I'm Marble Mangustine. I lived in Treebark Village, 3103A, with my housemate, Shoes Starfruiter. Our neighbor Roxy Robertson lives downstairs in 3103B. We're all really good friends. Roxy came upstairs to our house very early this morning. Shoes answered the door. Roxy did not smile. She did not say hello. She just stood there, frowning. What happened, Roxy? Asked Shoes. It's not fair, she said. What's not fair? I asked. It's Mom, she replied. It's her birthday today. Then what's not fair? I asked. Mom has to work all day. She'll spend today at the old tree home looking after everyone. But what about her? I want her to feel special today, shared Roxy. Well, we could help you, I suggested. Roxy smiled. Why don't you join us for breakfast? Here, nibble on some crunchy nuts, Shoes offered. As we ate breakfast, we all started to think of ideas. I know, said Shoes. She has a sweet tooth, right? So let's give her a cake. Maybe it will cheer her up. Good idea. We can take it to the old tree home and have a party there. What kind of cake should it be? Roxy asked. Banana, I shouted. And walnuts, added Shoes. With acorn icing, squealed Roxy. Perfect. Where can we find this special cake? Shoes asked. Maybe we should try and bake one for her, I suggested. After all, Mrs. Robertson always bakes cakes for us. That's true. I always help Mom when she's baking. I think I remember all the steps, but I've never baked by myself. Will both of you help me? Roxy asked. Of course, we exclaimed. I'll bring some bananas, I said. Shoes can get the nuts, and I'll find the flour and sugar and meet you downstairs, Roxy said. Shoes carried to his secret hiding place, which I know is a hole in a tree, by the river near the hospital. Meanwhile, I swung to the banana tree behind the post office. I picked the spottiest bunch because they are the sweetest. The three of us met at Roxy's house. She kept her younger brothers and sisters busy making a birthday card. We pounded, mashed, and stirred everything Roxy told us to. Soon the aroma of cinnamon was swirling through the air. Ting! The timer rang. Roxy put on some gloves and opened the oven door. She carefully took the cake out. We sniffed it and licked our lips. Shoes poked it and asked, How come it's not bouncy? Let's try a small piece, Roxy suggested. She cut a small slice and divided it into three. Mmm, we all said, chewing. Maybe it's not a cake, said Shoes. He took another bite. I think we made a brownie. You're right. I must have remembered the brownie recipe instead, Roxy said. But it tastes so good. I'm sure she'll love it, I said. Roxy neatly piped "Happy Birthday" onto the cake with acorn icing. It looked delicious. We carefully put it in a big box and tied a red ribbon on it. Then Shoes gave a bag to Roxy. She opened it and gasped. Inside were party hats and balloons. These were left over from my party last month, said Shoes. I thought they might be useful. Thank you, said Roxy. They'll add a finishing touch. We blew up the balloons and called Marty Masrumoni, the tree-bark village male chimp. He always says, "No tree too high, no hole too small. We have a delivery animal for one and all." He sent Gary Grapefruit, the giraffe, to help us carry everything to the old tree home. "Please take this, Gary," Roxy said, "and try not to drop it." "What's inside?" asked Gary through closed teeth. "It's my mom's birthday surprise. A banana and walnut brownie with acorn icing. Come and join us. We're going to the old tree home," Roxy said. "How exciting!" Gary replied as best as he could. We knocked the door and waited. Nobody answered. We knocked again, louder. "I'm coming! I'm coming! I only have 4 paws," we heard. When Mrs. Rhubarbson finally opened the door, we yelled, "Surprise!" She was speechless. A little tear trickled down her face. After a long moment, she said, "How thoughtful." Inside the old tree home, Eldo Eggington, the elephant, and Trudy Truffle, the turtle, were watching the birds outside the window. Ollie Okonomiyaki, the ostrich, was trying to read the newspaper, which was a bit tricky without his glasses. Mrs. Robertson was delighted. The residents of the old tree home felt special too. "Is that cinnamon?" asked Eldo, sniffing the box. I snapped pictures as we lit candles on the brownie. Ollie started singing the happy birthday song, and we all joined in with Trudy clapping away. Everyone cheered and laughed merrily. Ding dong! The doorbell rang. It was Nathan and Nancy Noodle, the nightingales. Behind them were Wendy and Walter Waffle, the weasels. Then came Bernie and Brenda Bredson, the bears. "We heard Ollie singing," said Bernie. "Happy birthday!" they all wished Mrs. Robertson. The animals at the old tree home told us how much our visit had brightened their day. The bears, weasels, and nightingales asked if they could come back and work there. As for Mrs. Robertson, she said it was the happiest birthday she'd ever had. She loved our surprise.